Look at you.
Two friends, two minds, and one love for Arsenal Football Club. You are now listening to the Cod and Two Minds podcast.
Oh yeah, that's right. Wenger buying everybody. Now what?
This is the new day.
Just gonna let it ride out. What's going on, Fitty?
What's going on, homie?
Oh man, I'm chilling. You know what I mean? Not all stressed out. You know, Arsenal didn't play. I miss them.
Yeah.
But, you know, didn't have to, worry about giving up a weak goal or, shenanigans.
Yeah.
I know what Wenger's going to do now, so.
Now that I bounce around the net when I'm reading stories, there's like a whole different tone to the articles. Because for some reason I can't read, like every few sentences I read, I like in the back of my head, I keep thinking like, oh yeah, that's right. We're not in Champions League. Oh
yeah.
Yeah. It's like, oh wow.
Yeah. Kind of feel like the Tottenham now, you know what I mean? I think back on all the jokes and, all the times I talk shit.
The Spuds. Oh, yeah.
I'm on the outside looking in now.
Right.
Like a jerk off. Anyway, what are we talking about? Oh, so we're talking about the fact that I ain't been stressed out, no Arsenal. But, okay, so USA men's national team, I'm kind of hard on, U.S. soccer, even though I live here and I love it and support it. It's not where I think it should be with the amount of athletes we have in this country and the resources. But, I think what it boils down to is coaching is bad in this country. And except for one guy, and that's Bruce.
An old veteran.
I'll tell you what, that is a perfect tactical game plan. I mean, it's an obvious one going into Aztec Stadium, but that's exactly how you have to have your team ready to come play in a place like that. Because the Mexican national team there running around all crazy. I mean, come on.
Yeah. We both have a friend. He reminds me of, like, when I look at him, we both have a friend. We'll just say his nickname is Vicious. And
right.
Every time I look at him, the dangerous thing about a person like that, to me is like they get the look in their eye, like they believe, and like they believe, like they really believe, Yeah. And even though like there's not even like a lot of talent there, like he just walks around with his chest sticking out, his head is held high. He's like, yeah.
Perception is everything with him. Like, as long as I look like I'm the smartest guy in the fucking room, then I am.
And never mind the fact that he's truly one of the lizard people on the planet. He's one of them.
There you go with your lizard people theory.
Yeah.
So anyway, that was my bad. That was just a little comment. But
David Moyes. Right. Okay, never mind. All right. I'll drop it.
Well, yeah, definitely. He's one. Ozil. Who else you got? There's all kind of lizard people in your little thing. But this isn't the lizard people conspiracy show. Now I'm just playing. We'll do that next week. Hey, but so anyway, great game by the U.S. I know it was only a draw. We had the lead. Bradley scored a great goal. I don't want to, go too deep into it because
I mean, we can touch on it for a minute, though. I mean, hey,
yeah, I just did. But go ahead.
The difference between good game and good result. I'll just say, hey, good result. There was times when we looked overwhelmed.
Oh yeah,
chasing the ball all over the damn pitch and not really putting any pressure on. But good result. Like like to go to Azteca, get a point out of there. They did their job.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. So, but I mean, none of it matters. We're like we said before, we're going to qualify for the World Cup. So, Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
But anyway, good result. This kind of assures us that, things are on the right track and we will actually qualify, even though I already knew we were. So, good times. Next thing I wanted to talk about, Fitty, was, excuse me. The silly season used to be fun.
What do you mean by the silly?
I mean the transfer market.
Oh,
like over here we would say trading players, but there it's buying and selling. So it's like the free agency market here or whatever.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's just. I mean, you remember back in the day, like 10 years ago, me scouring the internet, trying to find information and just being all excited about it. And just,
yeah.
I mean, now it's just ridiculous nowadays.
It just seemed like
torture.
For years, it always has that feeling like, we're only a few players away. And if I'm just waiting to hear the announcement,
Definitely. That's why it's such a torture, especially for Arsenal fans. It's not even the fact that Wenger won't really buy players that we need. You know what I mean? I kind of got over that like a while ago, like because he just never really goes after it and just says, "Fuck it, I'm gonna get everything we need so we can go on a run for 4 trophies." But the main thing is the fake news. That's what Trump's talking about. That's the fake news, is the football soccer world media. I mean, they just throw out all kind of shit.
And I know that no matter what team you're a fan of, that you probably see plenty of fake news for your team too.
Right.
But I just have a feeling like, because they know, like, trolling Arsenal, the Arsenal club, the Arsenal fans is like just a fun pastime for writers and for other fans, and they just love trolling Arsenal.
That is such a good point.
Who's gonna bring up one more time that Karim Benzema's coming to Arsenal?
I mean, they love it.
They just love it, man.
They love it. I mean, because like I said, 10 years ago, I was one of those fools looking for shit everywhere, but it wasn't fake then, so it was fun. You know what I mean? It was, it would be legitimate, sources or just, kinda.
Yeah.
But now it's just like you can go through your phone and just put in Arsenal transfer news, and like you said, it's just the classics. Benzema, Giroud's going back to France, Bellerin's going to Barcelona, Sanchez is going to Bayern. No, he's going to Man City. No, wait, Wenger said he wasn't going to sell him.
Higuain is coming to Arsenal.
That's a classic. That's a classic one. I mean, and there's so many. I mean, I can't remember them right now, but it's just so many of those guys that they always try to, it's like, well, we're not getting any clicks, man. Let's fucking do it.
Yeah.
Do what? Higuain wants to go back to. It's like that's out there.
Wait a second. When's the last time we ran that story? It's been about 4.5 months. All right. Well, let's go with it.
Yeah, totally. Mbappe, he was fucking had dinner with Wenger.
Well, yeah, yeah. That's a special combination rumor because he's a young Frenchman, and any young Frenchman is always going to be linked with Arsene Wenger.
A young Frenchman with an African last name.
Right.
That's what you know. That's what you know. Okay, this Arsene wants this motherfucker. That's like the jackpot for Wenger. Is he French? Does he have an African surname? How black is he?
Mbappe.
How black is he? Caramel?
Is he sun kissed? Is he kissed by the sun?
Is he caramel or Sagna? Sagna's got his own category.
No,
but is he Sagna or is he caramel? Nah, Wenger likes all different types of black players. Come on, I'm just kidding.
He's a good guy, you know.
Stop it.
You know, one of his biggest failures scored today against the U.S.
Who was that?
Carlos Vela.
Oh yeah. That was crazy. I couldn't believe that. The transfer market is a trip. Can't really trust anything. What we should start doing is just getting like the craziest rumors you see throughout the week. And
yeah.
You know what I mean? Just pick like
I like
two
it. I like it.
Pick two or three. I'll pick two or three, and then we'll say if we think it has any legs or not. You know, is there anything to this one? You know what I mean? We'll just kind of speculate.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm sure whatever I come with, I don't believe it has any legs. That's why I think it's ridiculous.
Well, that's what. Yeah.
But we'll have fun just kind of envisioning it for a minute. Like, oh, if he was on the squad, though.
Well, yeah. That's definitely how we have to do it, because me and you have been fans long enough to know that, you know, he's not really going to buy anybody till he has to.
No, this is just like the Xhaka deal. Like,
right.
Oh, I'm going to show the fans I mean business. I'm going to sign somebody in June. And then all summer, we're going to sit around here waiting, wondering what's going on.
Right. Wenger seen at the park with Mbappe pushing him on a swing. We'll be hearing stories like that. You know what I mean? Just imagine.
Wenger was spotted getting off a plane in Nigeria. Wada way. Oh. Wait.
Oh, wow. You went there. You went African. Anyway, dude, stop it. So, let's see.
No, that was actually footage from Wenger. That was Wenger's trip.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Eating with his hands. Yeah. Eating fufu with his hands. Proper technique in handling fufu. You know what I mean? He's got anyway, come on. Stop.
You must shovel. You must shovel it. Shovel.
If you have a long middle finger, what you want to do is
get out of here, dude.
Pundits say Arsenal will sell or get rid of 7 to 9 players. I think that's bullshit. I say we get rid of, most likely 4 or 5. Who would you get rid of, Fitty? We're not gonna go into who you'll replace them with. Just who would you get rid of? Who would you get rid of?
It's just excess baggage, people that we need. You know what? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Baggage is one way to look at it. The other way to look at it is just sometimes you just got to cut your ways. So,
well, yeah, that's what okay. Let me ask you. I'm sorry. I'm getting off. I get all excited and shit. It's transfers. It's the silly season. But check it out. If I say Jack Wilshere, you say get rid of him or keep him.
keep him.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, I feel the same way.
Because,
I feel the same way.
Well, I mean, when you say 4 or 5 players I got to pick out, then I think Jack makes the cut. I don't want to get rid of him then, because I got some guys that I think I'd rather get rid of ahead of him. You know what I mean?
Okay. Gibbs is gone because we just signed.
Gibbs is a goner.
I can never say his name right. What is it?
Who?
Kalanick.
Oh, with Kolasinac or something like that. Kolasinac.
No, you had it. Kolasinac. Anyway, I'm not gonna be like everybody else and pretend like I know everything about this guy because I don't.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I did go on YouTube, see some of his highlights, and just like all the Arsenal signings we get, the Lucas Perez, the Oliver Giroux, you know what I mean? You gotta kind of go to YouTube, look him up, and be like, okay, well, hope he kind of does that here. I've never really seen the guy play, so that's where I am with Kolasinac.
I mean, the only thing I read about him is they say he's very two-way. They say he's an aggressive defender, but he does like to get forward. He had a lot of assists last year, most assists in the Bundesliga from a defender. And I think, 2 years ago, I think he beat Alaba for left back of the year, first team in Bundesliga or something. So I was just like, those are probably the most impressive stats I heard. I like it. I like what I'm hearing. So,
I think it's a good pick because I think, like we were talking about earlier, Monreal has some tough moments throughout the season, but at the same time, he never quit. He kept fighting, and he kind of turned it around towards the end of the season. If this guy Kolasinac can just jump in there, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and just kind of take over his spot. Have Monreal as a backup. You could put Monreal at one of the 3 in the back. You know what I mean? You could do all kind of things. So I just think if we've upgraded above Monreal in that position, that's beautiful. Get Gibbs off my team. He's soft.
Yep.
Soft.
See you later, Gibbs.
Get him out of here.
Is
Debussy.
he still on the team? He's still part of the team?
I don't know. Sanogo
can go. Go.
If we get Mbappe, we got to get rid of Giroud, right?
No, we don't.
So we'll have 3 strikers. So get rid of Theo.
Who's the third striker?
It would be Mbappe, Danny Welbeck, and Giroud.
Oh, okay. All right, you said that right at least.
Oh wow.
Because Alexis is gone. He's gone. Is the reason why I said no. I think we keep Giroud because if Alexis goes, even if Mbappe plays up front and starts every game, you still like Giroud off the bench. I love him off the bench.
Yeah, definitely. No, that's a good point. I was thinking, if we get Mbappe, he would leave, or he should leave. But nah, I mean, he could stay. He's not gonna get time. Theo's got to go, right? Theo.
I'm trying to figure out where he weighs on the list, but you know what? I don't actually even care. I don't care. He has to go. He has to go because the time has come. Plenty of, many years, we showed a commitment to you and, it's just not working out, man.
You're not getting it done. And if it's the year before his contract's up, he'll go out there and get player of the year just to get that money. And then he'll go right back to shit. He's good for that.
Yeah.
So he could score you the odd goal. He's fast. He seems like a great guy. Yeah. Totally. G. Willikers. He just seems like a very positive guy, but I mean he's just gotta go. And so I'm like this. He's gotta go. See, for the fool, the people that might have like a sentimental value, like the Jacks, Jack's gotta go. Fuck, he's gotta go.
Jack's going. Look, I'm keeping track right now, so give me your list right now. I'm keeping track.
I got
Theo, I got Jack.
Gibbs, Sonogo, Debussy if he's still on the team.
and Debussy.
How many is that?
That's 5 right there.
That's 5 and another.
Chesney.
I kind of like Chesney because he's crazy, even though I make fun of him for smoking in the shower. Who smokes in the shower, dude? Yeah. Who does that? Anyway, so I would keep Chesney and get rid of Ospina. He scares the shit out of me. You know,
I think he's like gone already.
I tried to have his back. Remember, I said he was pushing check. That motherfucker scares the shit out of me back there. He's the shaky bastard, but he'll make the clutch save. But yeah, keep Chesney, get rid of him, and mix and match with Chesney and Check going into next season. Split them up. Okay, so I'm sorry. So that's 5. I mean, if you're not gonna play on Nene, you know what I mean. If you never gonna play that motherfucker. Never, periodically throw him out there. I mean, he's obviously so. Oh, Perez, that's 6.
See, I mean, you're getting into you're getting to where you're saying that article's not off.
It's not.
You got 8 or 9 players you'd like to get rid of
easily. But that's who's
gonna back up the team that you're bringing in?
What I'm saying is, it's just like the video game. You know what I mean? They won't let you sell all the motherfuckers right away. You know? I hate that shit. Like, you know what I mean? For a video game to make that shit difficult, dude. Like, what's that about, man?
I know.
Like, it's a fucking game, dude. Let me get rid of the players I want to get rid of, dude. Fucking humor me. You know what I mean? I gotta wait. I got a crazy looking roster because the fucking computer won't sell my players for it. Anyway, I'm completely off the mark here. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I mean, like I'm saying, I mean, we gotta, because I mean, one of our other complaints is that the squad runs thin.
Yeah.
Especially in certain positions at times of the season, we can really get thin. So I'm not fully behind a full fire sale of a bunch of players, but there's definitely, like I said, 5, I could probably clearly, be happy to see go,
No, you're absolutely right. And that would be the smart, responsible thing to do, would be to just get I say we can get rid of 7 to 9 players, and we should, but only if we're serious about really going for it. If we're not, then it's never going to happen anyway. But I feel like that's, the players that I named, they weren't crazy names. You know what I mean?
No, not at all.
If you're going to spend the money to replace them with better players or even promising players, because that would be an awful lot of money you'd have to buy to get, replace, 5 players, especially in today's market. But if you can get 3 world-class players, you know what I mean? And then like maybe 2 or 3 promising players, you know what I mean? Then I think that would be great.
Totally. I agree. And I mean, you know what? Honestly, maybe a year like this is when you are supposed to do that. If we're going to lose Sanchez and Ozil, by selling them, we're going to get a lot of money in. And you could say, like, this is our opportunity to do a big reshift in this squad,
Exactly. Excuse me, to that point.
You might not replace those 2 guys with the same caliber of guys, but if you replace them with 4 guys that fill, big spots for your new formation, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, there's
totally.
The possibilities are there if we're going to make a bunch of money off the sale of these 2 guys.
Yeah. Definitely. I mean, and that leads me into my last little point. We can kind of chop it up on this. Is see, you're like my brother. He's like they're both leaving, and I just can't. I can't believe we're trying to win anything if we sell either one of them, and I can't believe we're trying to. I mean, it's going to be tough to get back in the Champions League if we get rid of both of them. So I don't think he would do that at this point. You know, his last 2 years coaching. You know, he says he's gonna keep Sanchez. I think he'll keep him.
And just let him go for free.
You have to me.
Okay.
If we're trying to get back into the Champions League, if we're trying to win trophies, you have to keep both of those guys. You have to. It's a World Cup year, you know? So it's not like, you know, they might not be happy because they can't leave and get more money. I mean, we're going to give them a raise. It just might not be what Man City or Bayern are going to play, but they're going to play hard because the World Cup's coming up. So just play, yeah.
I mean, I hear what you're saying there. I hear what you're saying there, except the
greediness,
the raise part. Like the opportunity to give them a raise and keep them is not going to be there. If they stay with us for the next season, they stay and they play for us, but they're gone after that, and they walk and they walk for free.
Yeah, and that's fine for a club that has tons of money. That's fine, because what they're going to do for us in this coming year, if we sign 2 or 3 world-class players to go along with them, is we're gonna push for trophies and we're gonna be guaranteed a top 4 spot. If we keep Ozil and Sanchez and add an Mbappe and maybe 1 or 2 more players who are on, you know, high caliber, you know, A players, world-class players to that team we have, then we'll get back to where we need to be, and they'll be gone, and then, you know, whatever. You know, we'll buy some more players. I mean, we'll have money. I mean, stop it with all that.
Look, I mean, you know, I never thought I would say this, but you know, that's a very romantic vision of what the next 2 years entails for the
Kroenke. You know, Kroenke's all about that paper, dude. He'll never let that happen. So I hear what you're saying. You're like, yeah, I mean, that sounds great, but Kroenke needs to buy big, huge black men, cleats, helmets, footballs. You know what I mean? Prime rib. He's trying to build a stadium. So he needs all the money he can get, and so we'll sell him. But we're not getting back in the Champions League. If we get rid of both of them, no matter who we bring in, we're not getting back in the Champions League next year. How could we? I mean, come on.
Well, what if we sold both of them and we brought in Mbappe and Lacazette?
Lacazette,
yeah,
is he couldn't hold Alexis Sanchez jockstrap.
You know? Oh no! Mbappe is the one that matches up with Alexis, and then Lacazette would be the one that you're going to match up against.
For some reason, man, I really don't like that guy. I don't know why.
I never did like that pretty motherfucker.
That's such a great scene. Fucking Nino Brown, fool. He came in with the fucking Rottweiler, the sword.
Can I ask you a question real quick? Am I my brother's keeper? Can I ask you this?
They had that fool in that scene. He had the fucking black beret on, a black fucking turtleneck, black slacks. He looked like a fucking hologram. You know, just eyeballs. That's all you saw.
Talk about ooh, ooh,
Wesley
You
Snipes.
are so fine.
Come on.
Ooh.
Stop it.
I
So,
can you tell we both wake up.
absolutely dreadful. Fitty. The so what else you got? You going taking a little road trip, huh?
Yeah, man, gonna hit the road again for a few days, you know.
Good stuff.
And then get back to town for my first ever bar mitzvah experience.
Oh wow.
Going to a bar mitzvah next week. That's I embrace other cultures, man. I want to see, I like to see how everything rolls.
Nah, I feel you, man. I feel you. I know why you're going,
What's that?
The Jews know how to throw a party. Okay?
Oh, baby.
You know what I mean? So be some food, hummus, crackers. It's gonna be nice, man. We have a good time.
Should be a lot of matzah. Yes.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. Okay. Well, take it easy. Be careful. I got nothing. I'm just trying to.
What you got coming up this week?
Uber, Lyft,
Getting back in it, getting to it again.
Yeah, I'm come on,
Hey.
Please, enough about me, okay?
Before we roll out, I got a word of advice to my to the people listening out there. Okay. Because they might not know it, but like I like to consider myself an expertise from my backgrounds on alcohol and wine and beer and things like that. So you guys should notice, okay, you whiskey drinkers, okay, stop putting an ice cube in your whiskey. Stop putting Coca-Cola in your whiskey, okay? All right? You're growing up. You're becoming a man. Get yourself a nice little sniffer or whatever they call that size glass. Put a little whiskey in there. If you want to put a drop of water to open it up or whatever, do that too. But stop putting things in your whiskey. Just sip it. Be a man, okay? Okay, yeah. Folks. All right.
I like it. That's good. I don't really have any advice like that.
Oh.
You know what I mean? I've made it bigger than what it is. So I'll just thanks for tuning in to Caught in Two Minds. We really appreciate all the support and emails. CITM podcast @gmail. Anytime you want to shoot us an email, make a comment. I'm going to start throwing out, questions and maybe polls on Twitter, God willing, just to, see if we can interact a little more and shoot the shit and go over some of the concerns us Arsenal fans might have going into this transfer market. So look for those. Find me on Twitter @eMarshall, EMARSHO. The show's Twitter handle is @CITM Podcast. Look for us on iTunes. Please subscribe, rate, and review. We're on SoundCloud. Do a search. YouTube. Get with the times. Fitty, what's up?
Get at your boys. You could find us. Just hit Google. You'll find us because, Caught in Two Minds, man. One of a kind.
All right.
My handle on Twitter is @GoonerRush. @GoonerRush. And thanks again, everybody, and peace out.
Oh, wow. Look at that. You see how I kind of,
Hey.
I was real chill when I was, it's just like, that's, Peace.
Wait for the twinkles. Here come the twinkles.
Thank you for tuning in to Caught in Two Minds. Please head on over to iTunes and subscribe, rate, and review the show. All feedback is much appreciated. If you would like to contact the show, drop us an email at citmpodcast@gmail.com. And be sure to follow us on Twitter at CITM Podcast, at Gooner Rush, and at E Marshall. That's EMARSHO. The music in this podcast has been provided by Statics. If you like what you hear, be sure to check them out at staticsentertainment.com and follow them on Twitter and Instagram at Statics Music. That's STATX Music. Peace.